Oh, ist der Ellie da hinten?
Modder Park is a popular spot to relax and unwind.
Don't I know it? I've taken some good-ass naps here. Oh, and there he is.
His music is always so beautiful.
Finding him sure didn't take long, huh? For how tranquil this place usually is. I can't help but always think of when the ILF made a mess of it.
I remember being terrified when the princess and I were kidnapped at the time, but it feels like more a distant memory now. Every story I hear about you reminds me how strong a person you truly are.
Die ist auch schon sau oft gekidnappt worden, Mann. Wenn sie eins kann, dann sich kidnappen lassen. It's quite a crowd. Das erste Tune. Ja, not bad. Ah, habe ich irgendwas gedrückt, dass das weitermacht? Nein, 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 nein. If we could give him a better performance. Ah, jetzt ist es weg. Ah, das ist das Auto. Ja, aber dann sieht man es. Almost room for improvement. Elliot Craig.
I think I'm with them on this one. It's not often our ensemble comes together this perfectly.
You got me there. Kalinka. I think we had a single note out of sync, did we? Nope, we were feeling it to the point where it felt natural to play us one. You two were so into it that you forgot why you had an audience. I'm not sure I should be proud of losing myself like that. But when it's just you and the music, there's no better feeling in the world. Well, I give you a pass this time. As long as our audience was happy, then that's all that really matters. And they were happy, very happy. You know we wouldn't be having moments like this all if not for you two. Yeah, if you hadn't shown up when you did. That experience gave me a real wake-up call on just how much power music can have. And just up to us to decide how to use that power, be it for good or for ill. Regret what we decided last year. I can't believe we tried to take such a beautiful thing and twisted it to inspire war. Ach so, die sind von dem Great Twilight auch beeinflusst worden und wollten den Krieg anstacheln. What were we thinking? Whatever it was, it is in the past now. You're back to your old selves now, right? A good thing too, cause today wouldn't have gone nearly as well without you. Yeah, I could never dream of being how I was. Now we can take what we've learned and focus on bettering both ourselves and the world as musicians. I must make it sound like you'll be flying cycles around me if I don't pick up the slack. Then we'll just have to keep up the pace. Oops, got sidetracked. I spotted a few familiar faces amongst the audience. I mean to say hello sooner. Oh yeah, friends from Thor's, right? We should say hello together. Yeah, let's go.
Sorry for making you wait, but I'm glad you stuck around for the show. What'd you think? No need to be polite. Tell us how we really did.
I thought it was brilliant. You were in perfect harmony with one another.
I was genuinely speechless.
Yeah, almost hurts that I wasn't able to catch the start of it.
I'll take that.
We thought we did well too, but it's nice hearing it wasn't just in our heads. See, you found juices in Million. Indeed, we met not long before coming here. Now we're all together. Sorry if it feels like we dragged you over our way. It's the first time you've been seen each other as a whole. Oh no, we had a class reunion not too long ago. We just haven't had a chance to play together in ages. Pass it up with all of us being in Heimdall now. The Revealed company started up a small orchestra and couldn't resist applying since I used to work there. Then Ronald Morris joined in too, so here we are. I didn't know they started one. I imagine you'd have to be top-notch to be accepted. Yeah, it wasn't easy getting accepted, let me tell you. But hey, we can't let Elio show us up all the time, so it was worth the hustle. Ha, makes sense. I'm just glad you found a way to keep playing music that makes you happy. The thing that make me happy is the four of us going to tour together in the future, so I hope we can. Really? Considering my bag's already packed. Did you guys just forget what we were talking about? Elliot can do what he likes, but we have to work around the orchestra's schedule. Yeah, sure we can figure something out, though. By the way, I wasn't expecting to see Elise with you. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Your classes are thoroughly missed. I haven't done that many, but that's still nice of you to say. What, your teacher? I think the guys mentioned that to me, come to think of it. Music lecturer at St. Astria, correct? Provisional, but yeah. I'm still learning the ropes to showing the ropes, but it's been a lot of fun so far. Oh, I want you to teach me music, Elliot. Amazed you can carve out of time, but I can see you having a knack for it. Can't believe you get to instruct in an all-girls school too. Elliot always managed to luck out in life, huh? I wish I could lecture as an Astrid just once would be enough. I hope you never will if you think he's lucking out. Oh, is that the time? We should probably get going, revealed once I start rehearsing at the flagship store. Yeah, we'll see you guys around. Have fun with the rest of your time in Heimdall. Make sure they do. Hope rehearsal goes well. See you later. Alligator. Well, I guess it's time we got started. I've managed to gather some useful information. That was fast. Where from? Spoke to a few fans and hit up some connections at the music academy. It seems Imperial Army soldiers have been spotted in town a lot more than usual these days. So they're meeting up here for it's not on the docket. That is suspicious. I called Dad to see if he knew anything about it, but no luck there. It sounds like the prince's disappearance is top secret even when you got pretty high up. Feeling he knows something though, just that he wasn't sharing. It's very odd for soldiers to be having secret meetings while in uniform. There's foreign spies excusing themselves as soldiers. But I don't see why they wouldn't stand to gain from their actions. Yeah, I don't think that's deep. I'm with Ash on this one. It wouldn't shock me if they were still in uniform while off the clock because they were short on time. Something both will release? There is, but I'd like to get my thoughts in order a little more before sharing. Oh, alright then. All we got now is that something smells fishy. Lady Aurora instincts were absolutely onto something here. Too early to say for certain if any of this related to sea. But we should keep that at the back of our minds just in case. You never know when the pieces will start coming together. The investigation continues then. Yeah, let's keep our eyes peeled. Ah, so an Astray girls. Alice, Mr. Craig. Oh, you're from my brother's school. Does that mean Yuna and Kurt are with you by any chance? I'm afraid not. Oh, that's a shame. They were since Astray recently solved some kind of problem, if I recall. Created new problems while they were at it. And created new problems while they were at it. And so for most of it, but it sounds like it was eventful to say at least. I saw you too in the audience earlier, by the way. What do you think? Did I think it was stellar? Your music just made me burst with energy. I never wanted to end. You want to put an extra surge in music class so I can perform even half as well. You sure know how to butter up an instructor. I'm glad our feeling resonated so much with you. Definitely did. Today was my lucky day. There's only one thing that could have made it just a little bit luckier. I hope to see you again sometime soon. If the students who help out at school tagged along, I wouldn't complain. Certainly. There has to be more to what she said. But let's poke Yuna about it later. Da geht's um Kurt. Jutta und Charlotte. Stimmt, war das nicht? Concept was great. Never cared about music before, but that was awesome. Das ist ja, glaube ich, die Adlige, die mit dem Commander rumtut, also mit dem Normalo? Nee, Zivil. Wie sagt man das dann bitte? Eigentlich schon fast normal, ne? Aus dem niedrigen Standard. Big smile on my face the whole time we were listening. Oh, that music might have made me feel 50 years younger. Thank you for bringing us to the beautiful park, Charlotte. You owe your father, Count Lackman, was it, for letting us accompany you. It's Count Rackham, Grandma. Hey, I didn't realize there would be an outdoor concert today, but I'm still glad you're enjoying ourselves. So in Raquel and Ordis, didn't we? Yeah, you're the rich girl. You bring your whole family on a date for Dumbass? Oh, what are you doing here, Ash? Good to see you all again. No reservations about that very same thing. But Charlotte thought my good turn in health was celebrating, so she invited us all to this wonderful place. To make it clear, it wasn't intended to be that date, even if it's quite a well-known spot for couples. Grandma Ash, stop giving everybody the wrong idea. No, Jutta and Charlotte's both gone redder than a torment, and I bet you two think you're being really cute now with the flirting, huh? Anything better than those gloomy faces you had on during the war. Hä? Achso, man kann hier
fischen. Should be a good fishing spot.
Na? Tourist. May have permitted that boy to be friendly with my daughter, but he is still a commoner. So the best to watch over him so I could intervene, and even if he tries anything untoward. I must say, however, that he and his family have shown themselves to be decent, honest people so far. Give me no reason to intervene, yet. Master, if I may, your conference is scheduled to begin shortly. Best if you leave them with me. I know. Noch irgendwas? No. Warte mal, da oben war doch vorher keine. Warte, die Tauben? Okay. Jetzt zeigen wir schon Tauben an, ne? Waren wir jetzt nicht in jedem District? We got the band back together. I guess so. So, any lucky gathering info? Be a good time to compare what we found. In that case, how about we meet at the cafe inside the department store? Great idea, let's head there now. Ah, das ist dann die Stelle, wo das sie uns sieht.
Am I imagining things?
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing.
Tell a little about heck, I'm down for lunch. Forgot tea time, how about we take meal time? William, I think you've eaten enough. More than enough. Ah, call. Representative Rignitz. Greetings, Rean. My apologies for contacting you out of the blue like this. I was wondering if, by any chance, you might have met with the rest of Class 7 by now? Also mit einem halt? Ah ne, 3. Did you get together with the investigation group in the Kapitel not too long ago, in fact? Do you have some idea of what's going on with us? More or less, but not like back when the intelligence bureau was under direct control of the government. Man, it's right that we have a direct line to the head of government, huh? About that, there's a matter of utmost importance I must discuss with you all. Assuming you haven't eaten yet, I'd love to discuss over lunch. Great time, and let's all grab a bite together. It'd be our pleasure. Much appreciated. Waiting at the Der Himmel Hotel in the Garnier district. Please don't feel rushed, I have plenty of time. Alright, thank you as always. Representative Rignitz wants to discuss something with us directly. Perhaps he's learned something pertaining to the incident. Either way, I think we can count on something juicy. Der Himmel, right? That's a fancy... Es ist doof, Alter, wenn du ins Deutsch gehst und dann gleich wieder ins Englische. Der Himmel, right? That's a fancy hotel in Garnier district. Lunch at a hotel, huh? Consider me pumped. How about you choose this? Please, I'm begging you, don't forget your table manners. Seems we still have a bit of free time. To tie up any loose threads and now we have the chance. Alright, this could be a golden opportunity to investigate the Garnier district. I said, let's head to the hotel. Hier ist ja nichts mehr. Die sind dann noch am Rumtun. So, haben wir ja was eingekauft. Garnier-Distrikt. Der Garnier-Distrikt. Heimdall Garnier-Distrikt. Oder Garnier-Distrikt. Ah, da ist die Kirche, oder?
I don't sense anyone following me now. So why did I sense it before?
Did something happen, Rean?
Wir können auch einfach mal anfangen, miteinander zu reden.
The jewelry they got inside these babies is always so pretty. Pretty enough to buy for me. Right, you sis?
Ask me again in a decade.
You got it, sugar daddy. I'm gonna hold you to it. Just don't go broke so you can splurge on me.
You're ridiculous.
The way they interact is so sweet.
Hä? Achso, mit dem kann ich nur reden? War hier nicht Shopping? Ah ja, hier. Ne, warte mal, das haben wir uns doch alles angeschaut, fällt mir gerade ein, ne? Können wir da
And
rein?
there's the Opera House. Remember when we used to only know Vita as a singer here, Elliot?
Her world felt so far away, but now we've been on the same stage. They actually invited me to come back too, so I'll save you guys a seat.
Nice, looking forward to it.
Sonst noch irgendwas hier? Da ist das Hotel. Da kann man was futtern. Aber ich kenne mich nicht, einfach nur Tourist. Virginia? Marjorie. What? Ah, ist die nicht aus dem Dorf? Oh, you guys are Emma's friends, right? Yeah, fancy seeing you here, Class 7. It's been a while since we talked, hasn't it? Hello, and I'm so sorry, but I'm not sure we've met. These two live in an Aryan village, where Emma's from. Well, in my case, I'm wondering which who works outside of the village. Ever since Nina qualified to be one herself, we've been visiting different places while I teach her more about the outside world. After all, she might end up following Emma's footsteps and be asked to travel forth or for her own assignments. Little brother Albireo is doing the same thing. Accusa is the one showing him around right now, I think. Congratulations, then, Nina. You're now one step closer becoming a full-time wandering witch like you wanted. Oh, thank you, Altin. I'm so excited. It's amazing how many people there are out there and how lovely they are. The world is just so bright and shining. At least that's how it usually is. But sometimes it seems like they get really gloomy too. I wonder why. It's a million mirror question. Yeah, if you had put it into words, I can sense multiple sources of mana that feel somehow murky. Not as strong as it was during the Twilight Sword, so that makes it hard to pin down the source. Exactly how it feels. You're so smart, Marjorie. And at the very least, there's clearly something going on, even if we can't say what it is yet. Thanks for letting us in on it. What you know, well, be sure to keep a close lookout for anything that's suspicious. Okay, good luck, guys. Selbst nach all der Zeit erkenne ich noch ein paar. Ja, schau, dass du nicht da reingehst. Enter der Himmel.
Thank you for coming.
Representative Regnitz.
Not at all.
Representative?
Thank you
Ach,
for
egal.
inviting us.
Alfin? Jetzt fällt doch auch gar nicht auf, ne? Alfin Rice Arno.
I'm so happy I get to see your faces again.
Your Highness.
What brings you here, Your Highness? I should very much be asking you the same thing. All this, and you're being forced to place yourself in harm's way for my brother. I'm so sorry for not consulting you first. Yes, as you ought to be. I'm your best friend. I could have thanked you much sooner, Elise, had you not kept this a secret from me. Then you won't stop me? Stop you? Heaven forbid. As soon as Representative Regnitz informed me of the details, I chose to accompany him of my own volition. I cannot bear to ignore a matter that involves my family. So please, let me do my part. Let me be part of your team.
I'd like that very much.
You've always been a part of the team, Your Highness.
Well, this has come to a fine resolution, but it won't do to begin discussions on an empty stomach. Why don't we have some lunch first?
You won't hear any objections from me.
I could definitely use a bite.
Warte, geht die jetzt mit? Ah, that really hits the spot. I can hardly believe you finished it all. Your stomach's really is a void. Like to see who can eat more between you and Maya. I can't blame you though. The quality of a first-class hotel food is not to be underestimated. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get to come to a place like this in my food tour. You must really like it too, Tilly. You ate a ton. Well, I'm growing gold just as much as you. Well, I'm glad you both enjoyed it. Shall we all get down to business then? Alter, das müsst ihr schon vertonen, was soll denn das? First I want to discuss the disappearance of the princess and prince and new princess. With what we have now, we believe it to be the work of the terrorist who goes by sea. I wish we could say more about them, but I'm afraid we know very little. Just that they are a leader of the so-called reborn Imperial Liberation Front. Also looks slightly different from the sea we dealt with in the past. Of which I'd like you to take on the matter, Rean. Do you believe the new C and the original C are one and the same? Admit that I haven't been able to get in touch with Crow to confirm for sure. But I'm convinced that no, they are not the same person. Thinking's the same. The new one is mimicking the original style and the statement, but I think Crow has left the stays behind for good. Relieved to hear you feel that way. Seems like a safe bet, yeah. As for the content of their statements, they refer directly to His Highness. Our first target was a foolish prince and his wings, now bound to action. It does make it quite clear that they were responsible for the abduction. The wings refers to the courageous. Vast as the Empire is, how they are able to keep a ship of that size hidden from the sight, quite a mystery in itself. Might have stealth capabilities, but it can only be go so far on its own. It's impressive they managed to keep their location from the intelligence division even if it is no former size. You until they're still in it though. So, you hear the new statement from C? I'm afraid not, that's the only one. We've been trying to investigate this matter as best we can, but our foe is quite cunning. Let himself be caught so easy. If only... Given the nature of this crime, we only need to be exceptionally covert during our investigation. The government cannot and will not leave this case unsolved. You will have to fully backing however you choose to go on about this. Need of a military police assistance, you need to only to ask. Thank you, Your Excellency. Next, I'd like to discuss my primary reason for summoning you here. The information you said you wanted to share when you called? Said it would? Information was given to me by General Van Dyke. But Princess Alfin and Elise have also verified it with their own experience. Really? Does it relate to the thing you were concerned about when we met up with Elliot? Yes, it does. Allow me to explain. The students of St. Esther come from many and a different background. We have many with family on the military, including officers and generals. Itself isn't a problem, but if many of these military families members have been reportedly acting strangely of late. In what way? I remember hearing rumors about that when I was at the school too. Most of them are seemingly reformists and young officers who idolize the late Chancellor, as they refuse to settle back into normality after the war ends. They are still addressing others with deep aggression and are clearly very unhappy with the current state of the Empire. But the thing that concerns us most of all is their reaction to Crossbell reoccupation. They aren't all that angry, but with the idea of a united nation. It's the opposite, in fact. They are in full support of it. That is no good. That's an understatement. What utter insanity. The success of a united nation would also mean the end of Erebonia. Precisely. Reformist, but supporting such an extreme concept is nothing short of baffling to me. According to General Van Dyke, some of them have been showing worrying signs of plotting something in light of this. Exactly what that something is in detail, he has yet to confirm. It kinda ties up with what me, Juices, and Elliot found out too. Yeah. Oh, could you tell me what you discovered? The group shares this Zeug halt. Soldiers holding convert meetings in the city, a large amount of supplies disappearing. Be surprised with me if members of the army were defecting to the Ebon Defense Force. I think we need to look into potential points of contact between them. Agreed, I think we also get a clearer picture of what's been going on here, of sharing all we know. We put the pieces we currently have together. The muck and mire that gathers in the Vermilion City from C's statement refers to defecting members of the army. That makes sense. The statement did mention it would see those who support the United Nations pay for their crimes. Or fallen into place then. If there's really a rebellion in the army on punishing them is C's goal, then who we find first doesn't really matter because the other will be there. How convenient for us. Yeah, sure is. I'm glad I was able to help put you on the right track. Class 7 always comes through in the end. Your Highness? Pardon me, you don't have to worry. Hardly the only one for whom life is difficult right now. I'm sure that if I were to ask you to rest, you wouldn't listen. At least be a little gentler to yourself, Your Highness. But the great mental burden of not knowing whether the family is safe or whether it's not, to be underestimated. Them being missing also means you have to carry on with the work that would normally be given to them. Going through too much for one to handle right now. If you are feeling at all unwell, we would like for you to consider taking some time off. I couldn't possibly. I'm in full agreement. Taking care of yourself is as much a part of your duties as working. Do that while these crimes are solved. You have our word. I do what I can in your stead. And I will see that Prince Oliver and Lady Sherazade are brought home as soon as possible. You can put your trust in us. I suppose you're right. Resting is a much part of my duties as well.
My heart is breaking for you, Your Highness. No one should have to handle a burden like this alone.
Rean? You're staring.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention.
It wasn't my intention to scold you either. I'm well aware that you're being considerate of my feelings, and I appreciate it.
I'm glad.
And you won't have to worry, Your Excellency. Not sure exactly how the situation stands in Crossbell, but I'm sure Machias is just fine. I concur. It will take more than this to make him lose heart. Thank you both. I also put similar faith in my son. I'm sure he's doing everything he can on the inside to see justice prevail. As are Lisa and Toa. I think we all feel the same way. They ain't got nothing to worry about as long as they have Super Mate with them. And Revolve Super Cruiser, if they go into covered, then so do we. That's right. Aber ich wünschte, die hätten mehr Kohle, dass die wirklich alles vertonen könnten. Wie in Final Fantasy 16 gerade oder so. Gut, hier ist natürlich noch ein bisschen mehr dabei, aber... Thank you for all your time, I'm glad we could exchange information. It was very worthwhile meeting. Make your way back to the palace. Be careful on your journey, everyone. And I'm counting on you, Elise. Thank you, Your Highness. I'm always available if you need to get in touch. Should we get going too then? Yes, let's. Erstmal Feierabend. Something feels strange. Cause the main story to advance. It will also not be possible to go any further in Rean's story for a brief period. Something wrong? It's probably nothing, it's just got a weird feeling. It feels like something is in my pockets that wasn't there before. Ah, see. What is this? Yeah, that's a weird looking mirror. When did you carry on of these around? Science never, this isn't mine. It just ended up in my pocket somehow. Are you certain? Doubt anyone could slip something into your pocket without you noticing. Yeah, nothing gets by you, Rean. Don't have a clue who it's got there. The reason behind it. I can imagine it's connected. It's in a way to the prince's disappearance or what happened in Crossbell. Can very well do nothing, but I do have a clue what to do with it. Nein, warte mal. So war's. Ach, da gibt's insgesamt 15 Stories? Akt 1, 3 von 15. Akt 2, 3 von 17. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hä? Prolog 2 von 14? Hä? Ich verstehe gerade nicht, was die Zahlen sollen. Ah, 14.2., 15.3., 17.3. Ah, Gott, das sind die Tage, Alter. What the fuck? Stroll through the Kapitel. Wait until the crabs are ready. Die brauchen ganz schön lang, die Crabs. Schauen wir mal bei Leuten rein. Danach werden wir wahrscheinlich mal aufhören.
Our only wish was to be free. For Crossbell to have true freedom. Freedom that no one would be able to take from us again. Behind that wish was one burning desire to be proud once more. We wanted to reignite the pride that everyone in this land held deep in their hearts. It was finally within our reach. All we had to do was grasp it. So why? Why couldn't we?
Rufus! 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 Rufus!
The very picture of a hero. However, Crossbell has no need for you any longer. Now kindly get off the stage.
We didn't make the choices we did to be heroes. The path we chose was so we could finally...
A new story is in motion. Your fate is but one thread intermingled with many. Now, rise from your slumber.
Was that all just a dream?
Lloyd?
Risha.
Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Are you in any kind of pain?
I'm fine. But where am I? What happened to the ceremony? What about Crossbell's independence?
Crossbell City was occupied again by the Ebon Defense Force and their commander, the self-proclaimed supreme leader, Rufus Alborea.
Rufus! 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 Rufus!
Damn it!
Lloyd! Open your eyes, Lloyd! It's all over.
Don't give up!
Pull yourselves together. This isn't over yet.
There are still people here who haven't lost their minds. Take Lloyd and run.
If anyone can turn all of this around, it'll be the SSS.
Well, I'm not seeing any other options.
All right, let's make a break for it. Split up and get out of the city.
Understood. I'll scan for a safe route.
I'll go after Kia. Risha, you take care of Lloyd. Got it.
Ich würde interessieren, ob die durch die Maske kontrolliert wird, wie die anderen Spackos.
So we were forced to split up. I hope they made it out okay.
Also, ich habe ja kein Problem, wie er redet eigentlich, ne? Also seine Stimme passt ja zu seinem Charakter an sich. Aber schon vorher diese ganzen Schwarz-Weiß-Aufnahmen von den ganzen Leuten, die dabei waren, wirklich, wie wenn alle tot wären. Er redet gerade, wie wenn alles verloren wäre, alle gestorben. So, oh mein Gott.
What about Kia and Cecile? They came to watch the ceremony. Are they all right?
I'm afraid I don't know. I've gone scouting a few times since the ceremony ended 2 days ago, but I haven't come across any leads about what happened to them.
What? 2 days?
Or Elia and Sully, for that matter.
Oh. Damn it! How could I have let this happen? Protecting Crossbell was our duty.
Lloyd.
Staying here isn't an option. I have to see for myself what's happening in the city. Risha, will you come with me?
Yes, of course.
East Crossbell Highway Boat Shack. Ah, das ist das eine Haus. Lloyd's Route Act 2, Lost Heroes. Whatever medicine you gave me is some really powerful stuff. I was injured pretty badly, but even the worst of my wounds have already healed. It's an ointment made from a recipe passed down for generations between those who bear Ian's name. That was the last I had, sadly. But not a miracle. Your wounds can still reopen and there's nothing I can do to help you regain your stamina. So try not to overdo it, alright? Got it. Really owe you one for using what you had left on me. Okay, let's get moving. Ist doch echt super, wenn du das Zeug anziehst und dahin gehst. Oh, wie wär's, wenn sie uns gleich erkennen sollen? Erstmal eine Runde fischen.
Hey!
Das war da hinten, wo man dann auch mit wo uns die Emma gerettet hat.
Hey! Yeah! Now's our chance.
Ich meine, ich kenne die Crossbell-Spiele beide nicht. Ich habe sie beide nicht gespielt. Aber für das, was ich halt bisher von Lloyd kenne, er wirkt ein bisschen zu weinerlich. Aber wie gesagt, das ist wahrscheinlich eine unfaire Ding, wenn man halt die Spiele nicht kennt. Der Rean wirkt halt schon cooler irgendwie. That sounds like get down. Those looked like Zauber soldiers. Indeed, those new soldiers showed up in the city after the battle. We were able to see the moment they arrived. Now I faint recalling seeing them as I was losing consciousness. I'm not sure what to make of them showing up now of all times. These two looked like they were flying in the direction of Tangram Fortress, but why? Being decommissioned? I learned they occupying forces set up the defense lines to the east and west where I was scouting yesterday. Several of the soldiers at their disposal as well. Well, that sounds not good news. It will make it difficult to Urbonia and Calva to intervene. Regardless, I can't hear any more of them approaching. Let's make our way to the city while we have the chance. Still plenty of monsters in the highway, so be careful. I will, let's hurry.